Hey guys, it's Brendan at Heartbreaker Guitars, and today we're talking about the Rick Turner Model 1 Lindsey Buckingham guitar. And we're going to take you through the features of this instrument, the build, the design, a little bit of the history of the guitar, and finally provide you with some sound clips of the guitar and really show you what it can do. The guitar was built in 1979 originally for Lindsey Buckingham. Rick Turner was visiting a recording session for Fleetwood Mac, and at the time Lindsey was very unhappy with his Les Paul and his Strat. He wanted Rick to build him a guitar that had the warmth and the sustain of a Les Paul, but the clarity of a Fender Stratocaster. So Rick went back, he designed the Model 1. Weeks later he came back and showed it to him. Lindsey was at a sound check for a concert he was having that night. He played the guitar on stage at sound check for about 3 hours. And legend has it, he looked over at his guitar tech and said, you know, leave the Strat and the Les Paul here, this is all I'm going to need. The fascinating thing about the Model 1 is since 1979, the guitar really hasn't changed a whole lot. A couple little options, like for example, Rick now offers the piezo pickup in the bridge, which has blending electronics, which is a really cool feature because when you're going for an acoustic tone and you want to burl it up a little bit, it allows you to blend in the active humbucking pickup. Also, the bridge is slightly different than it was in 1979, but any improvements or changes to the guitar only made it better. So essentially though, you've got the same guitar that he built in 1979 for Lindsey Buckingham. And the tone hasn't changed either. And it's a sandwich style construction, which I don't know if you can see the seam, but you'll see that there's a seam right here and the two pieces are glued together right there. And there is a contour on the body, as you'll notice, on both sides. And basically the reason Rick does this is parallel surfaces allow the frequencies to bounce back and forth instead of resonating throughout the body, and it's supposed to offer better tonal resonance and sustain and just overall give you a better quality sound. You've got a rosewood fingerboard with ebony binding. If we turn it around, we've got the upgraded 5-layer neck. This is done with maple and purple heart. One of the signatures of Rick's guitars, he's got the Guy Hawley backstrap overlay. The headstock overlay, it is in mahogany. Got the logo here. If we go through the electronics of the Model 1 guitar, this is the piezo option right here. Piezo in the bridge right here. Okay. One cool feature of the piezo, not only does it give you that acoustic flavor from the guitar, but it allows you with the blending electronics to blend in the active humbucker. The active humbucker is actually done in-house on an antique Coeco winding machine that Rick uses and he's been using for 30-40 years. And anyway, this allows you to blend back and forth between the humbucker and piezo, which is really cool. You've got volume control, tone. These two right here, these two knobs right here, that is the parametric EQ, which you can turn on and off. This right here is the boost cut control. And this is the EQ itself right here, okay? So the more you drive up the boost, you're gonna get a natural overdriven tone. And it really sounds great when you're going into a clean tube amplifier. You can get some really nice overdriven tones from that. Another guitar that Rick builds for us is called the Featherweight Model 1. And basically, it's essentially the same design as the Model 1. The difference is it has a cedar core versus a mahogany core. So it takes a pound and a half off the weight. Basically what the cedar does, it offers just slightly more resonance and gives the guitar a more acoustic flavor. Now you can still get all the great tones of a traditional Model 1 with mahogany body, but like I said, it's got a little bit more of a acoustic hint to it. Very cool guitar. Usually the Model 1 customers come back and buy a Featherweight just so they have both, but again, it's just a really cool option that you might want to check out. First tone I'd like to show you is the acoustic clean sound. Take the piezo blender and turn it counterclockwise all the way back, which fully engages the piezo pickup right here. I want your tone probably about 7, 8 based on your taste, and then turn the volume up. popular settings on the Model 1 is when you engage the EQ, turn the boost all the way up to 10, and set the EQ about 6 or 7. Make sure your humbucker's all the way on. And if you run this into a clean amplifier, a clean tube amplifier, you can get some really sweet overdriven sounds. People do use the EQ for overdriving a clean sounding tube amp. It can really do so much more than just that. If you dial in the boost cut to like 3, 4, or 5 and play with the EQ, you can get some great clean sounds. And then of course you've always got the option to blend in your humbucker, your piezo in the bridge right here, and just really come up with some cool options. Option is to go ahead and back off the humbucker just a little bit, and as you do this and turn the blender counterclockwise, you're actually blending in the bridge pickup here, the piezo pickup, and that can offer you some slightly cleaner humbucking sounds which you can do a whole lot with. Another really cool acoustic tone that you can get out of the guitar is engage the piezo all the way, right here, the piezo bridge, and pop up the coil tap here, which engages the single coil pickup right here. And basically, you can blend in that single coil to taste, and it gives it a little bit sharper, a little more stratty kind of sound. And blend it in with the piezo pickup to get that acoustic tone. You can really get a cool variety of sounds.
Stay tuned for more videos on our Rick Turner guitar series.